sensible and bad where we play games slowly and most often badly. Today we're back with some more My Time at Portia, and I'm going to try a new format for the channel, where I'm going to do this creepy ass thing instead of a normal intro. Welcome to another episode of Games Sensible and Bad, where we play games slowly and most often badly. We are back. We're back. And do we have some things to do? Well, very clearly, we are not going to get the bridge done in this episode. There's just so much that the bridge needs, and we can't realistically produce enough at this moment to make that happen. So what does that mean? Well, it means that we're going to focus on commissions. We're going to get a good commission for today, and we're going to work through getting our workshop set up. And why is that important? Well, very simply, our workshop is bare freaking bones right now. We need to build it out with all of the nice features that one needs to craft in their workshop, which includes various cutting and grinding instruments. And I do apologize if I sound kind of nasally. I've noticed that in the last few videos I do. And I'm a little stuffy. I didn't realize how stuffy I was until I heard my voice and was like, wow, Jared, you sound awfully nasally today. There we go. Okay. So, Emily wants us to craft a small planting box. And the odds of that happening are somewhere between slim and no, I'm not doing that. We still have to do some of these data disk things, and we still have people in town to meet. So, we need to get a commission that is numero uno. We are absolutely not going to do this right now. So let's prioritize. We want to meet and greet. Let's grab some data disks and go to talk to the various people. And, yeah, that'll be a good way to start the day. So let's head back inside. We have till 8 o'clock to get our commission. We have to wait for the construction guild to open. Crafting guild. Workers guild. I don't know. So let's go over to our little wooden storage boxes of doom. And we are going to bring over 6 of these data disks. 1 for the church to facilitate the quest being completed there, and 5 for the actual research center, who I actually care about. We also need to meet some people still. So we still have a half an hour. Hi, tourist. We still have a half an hour before the day starts, and there's some people walking down. So let us make a strong attempt at talking to some of these folks on their way down, and it'll save us a trip later on. There's Presley. There's Mars. He's Carol's husband. He runs a shop. And he gave me tin ore, so I like him. Hey, here's Lee. Hey, Lee. You know what this is? Of course, this is what the ancients used to store information on their technologies back in the age of corruption. It is highly dangerous because there's a chance this little item here could contain the blueprint for world destruction. Yeah, it can't be that bad. You're what, 1819? The Age of Darkness is probably just another fairy tale to you, right? When I was young, my great-grandma shared her first-hand account of the time before Peach. The time when folks lived in ruins underground. She went days without food. Everyone fought each other over the most basic things, and people were considered old when they hit 30. And it was always, always dark. Imagine that, because that's what the end of the world looked like. That situation was created by that very same sort of dark technology stored in that little disk. Anyhow, I'm not going to try and scare you, but it's the reality of your builder business. Dangerous technology is spread all over the world, waiting to be stumbled upon and rediscovered. Places like the Research Center and cities like Vega 5 expedite their recovery. Calamity will strike again, mark my words, so it's a priority for the church to seek out and destroy all the data disks. So I can give this to you? Yes, that's right. The church will reward you handsomely. Green technology? No, thank you. Special seeds? Yes. I will give you a data disk. You're going to give me cotton seeds. Those cotton seeds are abso-freaking-lutely useless to me. And now I'm going to go and grab a commission and then work towards the end of the world by getting dangerous technology. We got here before Higgins, even though he got in the door before us. So let us take a look. What do we got? Tea table, no. 2 basic skivers, no, I can't do those yet. 2 small chairs, no, can't do that yet. 2 grinders, done. 500, we can do that. Grinders are a pretty big deal. They require a lot of materials, so we're going to need to probably kick that off before we start in on the town quest. Maybe we can hit Sonia with our gloves. Be careful, watch where you're swinging. Yep. I very intentionally tried to punch you in the head. Okay, so to make this happen, where we have copper bars in there, we are going to need to make more. We're going to need to make more furnaces, because we're going to need copper alongside that bronze, and we're going to need a lot of it. So I'm thinking 3 more furnaces to smelt. That'll get us at least to a good start. I'm just going to grab the materials that I will need. That way, no shenanigans happen. It doesn't try and kick me in the chicklets. We still have a solid 287 stamina left for today, so we have plenty of energy to keep going. So I am attempting to record this and get it edited and get sent out. Unfortunately, I'm having quite a bit of trouble as of late. I am having a really hard time getting my computer, my older computer, mind you, to properly render videos. And it's weird, but understandable, because the computer itself is many, many, many years old. Many years old. I brought it down with me so that my family could have the good, higher quality computer that would be more stable and more sensible for them to keep. And I took this giant pile of crap with me. And, yeah, immediate regrets. Oh, it was actually wood that I needed there, not stone. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Lovely. Retrieve that. And we will get another furnace going immediately. We're just going to spam out furnaces. It'll be great. This is probably overkill. This is probably not all that necessary. But what I don't want is to not be able to produce that skiver, or the grinder rather. I'd like to get the grinder out so I can then get the skiver and a whole bunch of other tools out and produced. And oh, by the way, we got this book for making planter boxes. We'll learn that. What I don't want to be one bottleneck is the furnace. I have, in every time I've played this game, and I've run a few files now, I find that the furnace is where everything gets backed up. And it's the early furnace, not the later furnaces, where you get backed up. Because you are trying your damnedest to make use of your resources, but there's just not that much to go on. You just don't, you're trying to, you know, take your like one thing and max it out, and it just doesn't work as efficiently as you want it to. I have enough copper, for instance, to make 30 bars here, but I'm not going to get enough out of it in any particular time frame to be useful to me today. So I would have need to have started this last night to really maximize it. And early in this game, you just can't have that level of forethought. It's just not possible. Who is this? Are you the one who wants this stuff? You're the smallest of the Hululu brothers. Do you want to make you a fishing rod? Sure. We probably won't do that today, but yeah, we'll take your fishing rod quest. That's what I like about this game, is it's always throwing new little mini quests at me that I'm not anticipating. I probably should anticipate them because they happen every single time I play, but I don't ever think that they're going to come back. Oh my god, that was special. No, it wasn't special. It wasn't special at all, Jared. Who are you? Oh, yeah. Martha and Carol are exercising. Yeah, you're the clothing shop lady. You're going to give me some pigments and dyes, which is lovely. Thank you. And over here, there's somebody else running who I need to talk to. I'm assuming this is the doctor, Dr. Zoo. He's the only doctor in Portia, which pretty much means I have no choice but to go talk to him. And now for the research center, and to get this nonsense underway. Research center is huge because these data disks play a huge role later in the game in getting additional types of technologies. Petra, how are you? What do we have here? A data disk? You know what this is? You want to know? This is actually related to how you can discover new diagrams for your workshop handbook. We rely on relic components from the past to build a lot of current constructs. Many relics in the world are beyond our current understanding, and you won't be able to build them, not even in 100 years. That's where the data disks come in. Data disks are located all around the world. They hold lots of useful information on old relics. If you find any, give them to us, and we'll help you research. Into these relics. The research effort will produce the diagrams that you need to build them. We're not miracle workers, so don't expect us to come up with things from scratch, but we do know a thing or two about how the components should fit together. Anyway, just remember that if you find any data disks, bring them to me, okay? Yeah, no problem. Would you like some data disks? Oh, and you're going to tell me about relics and the relic machine. I'll show you that in a second. I don't care about your backstory. I don't need it expedited, thank you. Minimal corruption information by tomorrow. Excellent. So this is the recovery machine. As we get more things, we can actually reshape them. So if I find some old thermoses and a data disk, I can make a new thermos. And if I find galloping horse pieces, I'm able to make this galloping horse statue. These are all little knickknacks that can be placed in the house that have really significant benefits. Usually in the way of a ton of stamina or a ton of health. What are we doing now? The grinders. Well, let's kick a tree. I haven't showed this off. You can kick a tree. It gives you XP, and sometimes things fall out of the tree. Oh, like that honeycomb and that wild cocoon. That wild cocoon is just the ticket we needed, because we have to make a fishing rod, and a fishing rod is made using that. Lovely, lovely stuff today. We're making some good, clean progress. One thing that we do need to consider at some point is we have to get better weapons to fight these enemies and better tools to cut down bigger trees. Because if you cut down a bigger tree, you get hardwood. And hardwood allows you to make better items. Alright, let's collect. What do we got? 1, and 2, and 3. Fuel depleted. No problem, I'll take that 5. I'll refill you, and I'll give you 5 more. Easy peasy. Okay, so let's look at a grinder for the moment. A grinder requires 2 old parts, 2 grinding stones, and 3 copper bars. The good news is we can create one of these pretty much right now. What do we got? I need some wood and another wild cocoon. Okay. Easy enough. Let me put these 2 grinding stones in. Boom. Yep. Just like that. Grab these lovely, lovely copper bars. And I do need old parts as well. Those will be in the house. You know, rather than going in the house, because I think that is a waste of my time, I'm going to show you exactly what the benefit of using boxes are. I need a better axe. Of course I do. Of course. Of course I can't cut down like that one tree. Alright, that's 1. We need like 20 wood, I think. And while I'm here, I might as well just clean house. We are actually pretty well through the day, and I have yet to use basically any stamina So I should use some stamina while I'm standing here. Okay, so you stick the boxes in the house. They're out of your way. They're out of the way of your footprint outside, which is highly valuable because you don't have an infinite footprint. You have to continue to buy new footprints. If you build a box, a wooden storage box, you can actually plop that box down out here. I recommend right next to your workbench. Doesn't matter quite where, but we'll go right there. I now have access to all of my boxes inside the house. So now I can get my old parts, and I can walk over to this, and I can complete my first grinder. Now the thing about grinders is grinders are a special item. They don't function like a lot of the other items in the game. They are like an assembly station that you can craft multiples of. Think about it as like a constructing furnace. This is very akin to a furnace, and I'm a little picky about where I put these things because I'm trying to maximize the amount of space that I have. These things use power stones. Power stones we found in the ruins, and they allow me to cut metal and form really complex items. These things are much more important in the future than they are right now, but obviously, as you can see, there are a lot of metal items that you can produce here. You just grab up all of these lovely copper bars. And if we are smart about this, we will be able to make a second one immediately. Which will be great, lovely, fantastic. So yeah, this is the importance of sort of balancing out, expanding your farm with making money. I could have made a lot more money, but I need these materials to build out my farm in a way that will allow me to become a better crafter, thus allowing me access to more money in the future. Grinding stones, copper bar, and parts. That is not parts. This is parts. Additionally, while this commission of making these grinders is actually pretty substantial on the relative scale of commissions, it does pay exceptionally well. I need a cocoon. I see a rubber fruit. I see another rubber fruit. Let's go kick a different tree. This one's not lucky. Not a lucky tree. Lordy, lordy. Already at 16. What's that? 4 o'clock? Day is like flying by. Another rubber. Another rubber. Another rubber fruit. Alright, not my lucky day here. I just need one cocoon. I got honey. That's an excellent item. Wild cocoon, done. Okay. 2 wild cocoons. There you go. And honeybee wax. So I needed wood. What do I need? Copper bar. That's fine. These things are well on their way. So let us start up the next grinder. Let us drop the old parts in. Yeah, we're going to have this commission done today. That's a lovely commission too, because it is worth a mucho amount of money. Let us put these back in here. Let's put these back into the appropriate bin. And for food, let's put the stuff back in there. Honey's close enough to food. Alright, and let's put the wood away. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, 2 more grinding stones coming up. So you can understand how this game is incredibly relaxing. I don't feel like at any point in time I'm rushed or the timer is really on me. If I miss something today, I can always go back and do it tomorrow. So that guy wants his fishing rod, whatever. I don't need to worry about that, because if I don't get it today, it will be there tomorrow. But actually, while we're here, and while I have a copper bar to spare, let's make him his fishing rod and then go give it to him. And then we're done with this quest. Fishing rods in this game are pretty neat. We'll show that off in the future. The rewards are pretty tepid, but the experience is well worth it. I mean, the reward is exceptionally tepid, I should say. It's not very good. But 200 XP for crafting something pretty simple that I had to kick a tree to get, that's not a big deal. Alright, we're gonna go and grind while we wait for those copper bars. We'll get some more copper, we'll get some more tree branches, and we'll just generally hit some stuff with the pickaxe. It'll be a lovely day. So, once I get through this, I think we'll go take a tour by night of this area, because I think I'll be able to burn out my energy before nightfall, and still have time to get the grinder together. We'll take a lap around and show you at least this, I believe this is the east side of the map. Maybe it's the west side. I am, when it comes to games like this, directionally challenged. Unless the mini-map in the corner has a direction, I'm pretty much lost. I think the most interesting dynamic of this game is you level up to gain general skill points by doing harvesting activities. It feels weird that hitting this rock will make me a better social person, should I choose. And I'm not sure what the meta play is, like what way you actually make the most money. Do you get like gifts from the other villagers if you level up socially? Do you get access to like events that maybe I haven't seen yet? Who knows? Alright, I need a better pickaxe. Yeah, I do need a better pickaxe. This is true. Lovely view of that leaf. Alright, that's some good stuff right there. We've whittled down that quite a bit. So let us truck over back home, check on the status of our furnaces, and also make a plan for the next episode. We'll talk through that plan as we make a big sweeping loop, so I can show off the lovely environment. Okay, copper bars, incoming. Oh, I got copper bars on the bottom bar, sweet. This will be extra easy. Oh, that's an easy one. Alright, we're going to go deliver this so we get our gold, and then we're going to talk through tomorrow, because I think we have some upgrades that are, at this point, overdue. Yeah, at this point, I believe they are overdue. Alright, who wants this sheet? Antoine? I'm such an efficient builder, that's right. Now give me my money and go away. Alright, let's take a loop around. I'm thinking in the next episode that we'll go get the upgrade kit from town, now that we have 1,500 gold. And we will upgrade one of our pieces of equipment. I think the right answer is actually, now that I think about it, the pickaxe. And the reason I think it's the pickaxe is that gives us access to more larger rocks, and those larger rocks will have more material. So let's take a walk down here. We've been down here before. The farm is right there. So there's, I know this seems weird, but there's a field here that has a ton of chickens, and there's another field that has a ton of animal feces. And it might seem like, well, what the hell does that matter? Well, the animal feces is actually used in planting boxes, so if you plan to actually do a true farming run, you're going to pick up poop a lot. This is a tree farm. This is involved in the story. That's where they farm trees, apparently. I'm guessing in the middle of the night someone goes and replaces all the trees I've cut down. So over here we see more comical animals. These are illusion bunnies. They're level 20, so they would wreck me. Got more mushrooms. Mushroom. Badger? No, not badger. This is sort of the corner of town. There's a little shack here I've yet to figure out the purpose of. Yeah, and then there's water. It's a water barrier. So that is the, I believe it's the west side of town. And it looks like eventually the developer might use this for something, as there's sort of some very clear spacing over here that would appear to be reserved. This is, I believe, Farmer McDonald or Donald, their home. Someone who we're not going to interact with all that much because the animals in this game just don't pay off like the other items. Let's get a nice little lake over here. A big pile of poop. That's nice. There's a tunnel there that has clearly some sort of barrier over it. So I'm sure we'll be going there at some point. See a nice little rock alcove there. Some sort of old ruin over there. And then you see we're looping back around to the harbor where we came in. So in the next episode, I think we're going to take some of the bronze that we have and go buy an upgrade kit and upgrade our pickaxe. We'll probably do the same thing for our actual axe in short order. But I want to prioritize the one that can get us more tin, because more tin equals more bronze. Yeah, it's sort of the beach area, I'd say. There's some fishing that can be done down here, and there's also some harvestable seashells, which we haven't done yet, so let's grab a seashell. There's also sand, and you might be saying, yeah, okay. Well, sand plus heat equals glass, so there are recipes that require glass, so that's the depth that this game goes to when it comes to crafting. That little purple spot back there is where you can fish. I'm going to try and burn out some energy while we're about to finish up this day. Hey, it's been an absolute blast sharing this game again with you today. I'm going to call it after this one because we've gotten a lot accomplished. This will be a fairly short video. Easy, slap a thing on it and call it a day. But yeah, I truly appreciate you watching. Tomorrow we're going to do some more exciting stuff. We got a really good commission today. Hopefully we'll get a really good commission tomorrow. And hopefully we'll be able to continue keeping our 4 furnaces running at absolute max blast, because that is just the ticket in this game. And we're level 8, so in the next episode we'll be doing something with that. That'll be great. Alright, so we're going to pass out here in just a moment. But I just want to let you know, before I end up passing out, thank you so much for watching, as always. Have a good night.